Yo, we recording? Yo, it's been like 11 years. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the lounge. Welcome. I have missed being on this mic. I am your co-host, Queen V, and I have with me that dude they call Dre. What up, Dre?
Queen V, what's the good word? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm just happy to be back on this mic. I'm not even gonna tell y'all why we ain't been around. I'm gonna just say life happens, and you know.
Why don't I get any adjectives anymore?
That's a good question. Honestly, I guess I could start reusing them. You know, recycling them.
Okay.
Because I done ran out, and then I forgot which letter of the alphabet we were on. And I was going in order. But anyway, like I said, it's been 11 years, so I don't remember, where we stopped last. So,
okay.
But I can give you some adjectives.
Okay, go ahead. Start from
I'm gonna just make up something right now. That grimy, grouchy, gremlin they call Dre. No? Okay, you said else. That loud.
Welcome to In the Lounge, everybody. And thank you for tuning in. Today's episode, dress code or discrimination. We are going to talk about a dress code that was put in place at a Houston school in Texas. That sucked ass. So look, let me start this over, and I'm gonna keep this here. So look,
in Texas.
Look, I'm tired of editing.
Boys and girls, Houston is in Texas.
I'm tired of editing this podcast. So what I'm gonna do? Say something for real quick.
What up?
I don't think you coming in right. But I'm not editing this anymore. I'm going to check the levels when you start talking. But today we're going to talk about a policy that was put in place at a school in Houston, Texas. Now, there's going to be a lot of opinions. There's a lot of different views, ways you can view this. I have some mixed feelings about it. But, I'm not going to get into it now. Before we, get into that, y'all know what it is. We're going to do Queen V's word on the streets.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
Place your ear to your speaker and get ready for Queen V's word on the street.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
So I want to talk about a couple of things. First, let's talk about Wendy Williams.
Yeah, that's a good one. I want to talk about her.
So I'm all for people's, privacy, especially these folks we call celebrities. I know that everything that they do is in the public eye, but I do believe that they're humans and should have privacy during, personal, private events in their life. However, when you make a living being up in everybody's business, do you think it's really right for you to ask for privacy when you going through something? Speak on it.
I can answer now?
Speak on it.
She shouldn't get any privacy.
Wow.
None. You know why?
Why?
Look here. She does this for a living. When I say you, I mean Wendy Williams. She does this for a living, right? So the privacy that you feeling and the feelings of, you want it to be between you and your husband, and you want the world out of it. A lot of people, all the people that she talk about probably feel the same way. They don't want their business out in the street. I don't want our business out in the street. They just don't want people to talk about it. I mean, it's their private life. But yet, who does it? Wendy Williams. And I'm not saying some of the stuff ain't true. I think she's credible.
She's definitely credible.
I think she's credible. She ain't like a sleazy, like one of them sleazy shows.
No, she's definitely credible.
But I think, those same people want privacy, but yet you continue to talk about them. on your show. And I know you got to make the money. You put the money before the feelings and all of that stuff. And that's what people are doing to you. They're putting their own entertainment needs or just being nosy or whatever to find out what's going on with you. So she's in no position to tell somebody to leave her private business private because this is what you do for a living. So you should understand that your heartache and pain is gossip to somebody and entertainment and news to somebody. So therefore, you play the game, you got to go by the rules. You can't go changing the rules up now that things ain't going your way. Kick rocks. FOH.
Wow.
How you doing? Now.
Wow.
What do you think?
You definitely have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think that, if that's what you do, you share the latest gossip, and you are also what one would consider one of those celebrities, then why is it not fair game?
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I heard she said something about Van Jones because, he's going through a divorce.
Oh, the guy on CNN.
And he pretty much told her, keep my marriage out your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the game. When you're a celebrity, that's what happens. So even Van Jones, sorry, buddy,
I know. I think what I'm saying, though, is like, she not talking about her marriage like talking about, but she up there talking about his.
Yeah.
And he pretty much like, yo.
Right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and she has shared very limited, things. I mean, she did open up about being in the sober house.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that she shared that because it was getting ready to hit the news circuit
absolutely.
Anyway.
She ain't no fool.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you, maybe not as intensely or as, passionately as you do, sir.
Right.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to chat about real quick is Jussie Smollett.
Smiley.
So my question is, they're talking about letting him go on Empire. The charges have been dropped. Do you think that they should still let him go on Empire?
Absolutely.
That's interesting. Why do you say that?
Because the charges have been dropped.
No, I said, do you think you're saying absolutely they should let him go?
They should let him go. No, they should let him stay on Empire.
Okay.
I thought you meant absolutely. Like, do I think they should let him stay on? I say absolutely, because the charges were dropped.
Right.
Were they dropped or dismissed?
Dismissed.
Oh yeah.
Dismissed, dropped one of them.
There's a big difference too. Because if they're dismissed, there's like no evidence. If the charges is dropped,
they were dropped.
It depends.
I'm almost
it's
positive
kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they were dropped.
Yeah, I think they should let him back on. What do you think? I'm gonna tell you why, but what do you think?
I mean, I just don't feel like people should not be able to eat.
Right.
And he's being dropped from a lot. He had a Broadway show that got canceled. Should he have to pay for something that he's been, what's the word, acquitted?
Yeah.
Of, and, the charges were dropped. He's never faced, trial.
Yeah.
So what happens to, innocent until proven guilty? Now, I get where people are coming from. He says some things that, if it's true, then, they could say, well, some of it was racist, talking about Trump and Trump supporters and the hat and the whole nine, and then some could say, even though he's gay himself, maybe some could say that he was, abusing, that, the fact that he's gay and whatever. I mean, I don't know. But the question I have is, what's the difference between him and Roseanne, who got removed from the show with her name on it, who got removed from her show for the racist remarks that she was making on social media?
What'd she do?
She made a whole bunch of she made some, not a whole bunch, but she made some racist remarks on social media.
Okay.
And they made the network made the decision to pull her off the show.
So the racist remarks were like like saying like calling people names or making up names for different types of races and stuff like that?
It was about
Like coons and like something like that?
Yeah, it was it was
Okay.
definitely true. It was definitely no doubt a racist remark.
Okay, so I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is when she put that on social media, that's the proof right there. There's no trial. There's no nothing. You don't need a jury to decide if she did it or not. It was right there for the world to see. A lie you can't see. You can only like investigate and see if it's true and draw your own conclusion. Unless if there's some outstanding display of evidence, that's the difference. With her, it was like right there. All we got to do is pull up the social media account. Boom, you're guilty. With him, it's like it's not just pulling up a social media account. It's asking questions, looking at cameras, seeing what really happened, getting statements and all of that. All that corroborated evidence don't mean nothing. I mean, it don't mean nothing because it's just hearsay.
Gotcha.
No cameras, no nothing. An attorney wouldn't even have to work to convict Roseanne Barr if that was a crime because she hung herself.
Right. Okay.
So that's the difference.
Okay. Yeah. I just was wondering what you thought about that. And like I said, I don't ever want to see nobody not eat.
Me either.
And if he did do it, even though he's been denying it this entire time, his story has not changed at all, ever, not once. If he did do it, could it be a mental illness? Like, what would possess you to tell that kind of lie and play that kind of lie out?
Yeah.
Like, something has to be off.
Some people, I think it's a mental illness. Not a mental illness. I'm going to say a sickness. I can't say mental illness. It could be, if you want to call it that.
Mental illness is a sickness. I mean,
yeah, so
you're unhealthy.
Guess, okay, so I can say
mentally.
Some people have a mental illness of making up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be for attention, whether it be for because they really think it.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. Now,
yeah.
I'm how can I say this without involving anybody? One of the jobs that I worked at, the guy would call the person and leave messages saying, I called the FBI on you. They know that you're part of the conspiracy. They know that you're trying to kill people. And this guy really thought that my coworker was trying to end the world or kill people and kill like certain races of people and all of that stuff. He really believed it until he took his medication. He stopped doing it. So I guess it is an illness, a mental health illness. Because sometimes you really believe that. Some people some people are used to telling lies that they start believing it themselves. It's just part of their spill.
You have some liars that are just liars because they just mean-spirited people. And then you have people that tell lies because they just something has told them that this is the truth or that this is what you need to do.
Right.
And then it could be that it's neither. Maybe he didn't, maybe it wasn't a mental break, right? Maybe he just came up with this, you get angry, you have a moment of weakness, you decide to come up with this lie, and at this point now you have to continue to play it out.
Yeah.
Because you can't go back now.
Then it leads to another lie.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's an illness.
Yeah.
So is that it for your word on the street, Queen V?
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Just, a couple of, topics that are going on right now that, just wanted to get another opinion on and see what you were thinking.
All right. Well, you got it. It was a good one. It was a good word on the street. I give Queen V a round of applause. Round of applause. All right. Good. Very, very good word on the street, Queen V. Very good.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's get into the topic. This is what I really wanted to get into. So let's get into this topic right now. All right, so today's topic, dress code or discrimination. So this, like I said, this comes out of Houston, Texas, a principal at James Madison High School. All right, she changed, changed the dress code. And I'm going to read some of this as it is in the article, okay? So, as the Houston Chronicle first reported, one high school principal, Carlotta Outley Brown, warned parents earlier this month that they will be turned away if they show up at the child school wearing hair rollers, leggings, silk bonnets, or any other items on a list of banned clothing. And I have that list. We'll go over that.
Can I say something discriminatory?
Sure.
This must be a black school.
Here's the thing. It is. Let me give you this.
I mean, like come on, your mom ain't never show up to the school
Let me tell you something.
in her house coat.
And here's the thing about this situation. This is at one school. This is not a district-wide dress code. This is for this particular school, and I have a problem with it because to me, it's like discrimination.
Right. I mean, like, first of all, let's start.
Let me give you.
Let's start with the list. What's banned?
Before I start with this list,
Because I'm ready.
Before I start with this list, let me just make this clear.
He must have a list, y'all. Hold on, we gotta get through his little list.
Madison High School is 58% Hispanic and 40% African American, which that's 98% of the school.
And he does math quick too.
Okay, so you ain't gonna tell me this ain't discrimination. And also, this principal is black. So when I heard this, it's like, some people are gonna say, well, she's black, so how is discrimination? You people, let me tell you something. You can discriminate against yourself, your own people.
So let me play devil's advocate here.
Go ahead.
Because she's black, maybe she wants the black parents to be perceived in a better way, to represent professionalism for their child, and to, as the parent, to represent how you should go out the house. Like, maybe it's not that she's being discriminatory. Maybe she's doing this in an effort to raise awareness to the importance of grooming properly before you leave your home.
And that's why I'm on the fence, because it could go that way. See, I'm still on the fence. Like, I don't know which way to go with this because go ahead.
There's been plenty of times I done rolled up out this house to go to the kids' school. And I don't, let me just clarify. I don't dress like that anyway. I only own like one pair of jeans, and they're not mom jeans. I don't, but I done rolled out this house looking a hot mess. I'm not looking professional when I go up into the school. Sometimes I think they said something about what's the list? Because didn't they say something about tight clothes?
Let's see here. I got a list of the clothes here. Let me see. You know what?
And like right now it's raining.
Okay. In a letter to the parents, Brown wrote, "Sagging pants or shorts are off limits. Men." Hold up. Let me just see. I don't think I have the exact whole list. I'm gonna have to look this up. But it says sagging pants or shorts are off limits. Shorts, just shorts. Men wearing shorts. Short shorts or whatever. Women wearing short shorts, I think. And men couldn't arrive in undershirts. Low cut tops were banned. Leggings, shorts up to your behind. That's how she put it in the letter.
Wow.
Pajamas. 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 I don't know what I was talking about. Pajamas were also on the list. And there's more. Let me see. Let's see. The head coverings of many black women. You couldn't wear hair coverings. No one could enter the building wearing a satin cap or a bonnet for any reason. Shower caps were also prohibited. It's a lot.
Listen. So I'm going to just say this. No, you shouldn't be going out the house in shower caps and looking a hot-ass mess. Yes, men, you shouldn't be having your pants sagging. That's nasty. Why somebody want to see your drawers? But how you going to tell a parent they can't come to the school? First of all, let's give the parents a round of applause for showing up.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Because these parents ain't showing up. So let's just give a round of applause for the fact that the parents are showing up.
Round of applause for the parents that's showing up. Come on, let's go. Round of applause.
We love using these damn sound effects, y'all. So that's number one. Number two, I'm just gonna be honest. It's raining right now. And for black women, if we just got our hair pressed, got a fresh relaxer, I'll be damned if I'm going out there with my head exposed. So yes, I'm gonna have a covering on my head. And when they say covering, are they talking about like African wraps? Are they talking about, scarves and the way we put that little nice cute knot at the front? Like that sounds a little, I'm just saying. And thirdly, some of these parents, depending on the average wage in that area for these parents, leggings might be all they own.
Yeah.
Shorts and t-shirts might be all they own. Short stuff, if that's how they rock normally, is crop shirts and tight clothes. And if that's how they dress, they may not have the means to buy other things. So now you telling them they got to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe or at least one outfit to be able to come into this school.
Yeah.
And fourthly, I don't know if fourthly is a word, but I'm going to use it. Fourthly.
Round of applause for Vanilla using fourthly. Come on. Fourthly, round of applause.
I can't with you. Fourthly, if this is going to be mandated, it needs to be mandated across the board. How are you going to pick one school in the school district to make this decision? And who gave her who authorized her to be able to do that? Like, I would be at the school board.
The school district. Wait, now, hold up. Let me see something here because I might have some information about that. Okay, here it is. This ain't the school board, though. Zep Capo, the president of the Houston Federation of Teachers, stated.
I don't give a damn. Who is he? Is
sorry.
He part of the school board?
Oh, he was actually against the principal doing this.
Okay, carry on. You can continue.
I'm sorry, this principal may have plenty. He's like, I'm sorry, this principal may have plenty of money and time to go to the hairdresser weekly and have her stuff done.
Bam.
Who are you to judge others? It says, who are you to judge others who may not have the same opportunities that you did? Having a wrap on your head is not offensive. It should not be controversial.
I agree. Now, the shower cap.
Okay.
Listen, if you don't have a bonnet, shower cap is runner up.
So let me tell you this. I've worked in a school. I've taught. And I've seen plenty of women coming there with pajamas. I keep saying pajamas and like crazy, like slippers, like big bunny slippers. Like, man, we don't allow pets in here. Like slippers type. And it was ghetto. Like, it was like real ghetto. Come on, man. Like, if you don't have money and this,
And some of it's not that they don't have money. Part of it's that they may be limited in funds. There's a couple reasons why they do it.
Yeah, but here's
limited in funds. Two, it's a cultural thing for them. They don't know any better.
That's bullshit.
So that's why I played devil's advocate and said maybe this is her way of trying to get them to think differently and to approach things differently. Like when you're coming to your kid's school, it's about business and you should dress accordingly. Like, I get that.
Yeah, but when you go out to that club, you're not gonna wear no slippers like that, or you're not gonna wear pajamas like that.
Right.
Get dressed. And I'm not saying you gotta get dressed up, but I don't think you should be coming in there. I had it on both sides. I had women coming there and men coming. I had women coming there with pajamas on, titties all out, short cut shirt, butt all out, and I had dudes coming there, pants sagging. You looking about 50 because you have gray hair. Pants sagging, just cussing, and I mean, you just not looking presentable. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had it on both sides. So I understand that. I get that. But at the same time, it's just like I'm on the fence. Like you can't. Here's the thing. Let's just say a guy, you can't wear sagging pants. Let's just say somebody come, a husband and wife come in. She's wearing pajamas. He went having sagging pants and all that. They say, okay, you can't come inside. We're turning you away. If they go to another school down the street in that same district and they let them in, I'm telling you, man, it could be a lawsuit.
Well, that's why I said, has the school board okayed this decision, number one. And if they have, why haven't they made this mandated across the board?
Because they allow the principals to operate individually in their own school.
Interesting.
But she did have to get approval from the school board. She just can't do it.
Right.
She definitely had to check with lawyers and stuff like that.
So, I mean, I get what she's saying. You know, she probably tired of seeing them coming up in there. You can tell by the letter she tired of seeing them coming up in there like that because of the way she said, you know, behind or whatever. So you can tell she aggravated. She tired of seeing asses and titties.
Yeah.
And dirty draws. So I get that. But I also believe that some of this stuff is a little extra.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, if you call me down to come get my kid in the middle of the day, or you call me down for some reason, you know, my kid forgot his lunch, I got to take my rollers out my head.
Right. And here's another thing.
Why I got to take my rollers out my head?
And here's another thing here. You know, Rosemary Young, she's a parent. Her son broke his arm. So she came rushing into the school and she was out of the dress code. And they let her in, but at the same time, she's worrying about her son, trying to get to her son, and she upset because her son is hurt. They giving her a dress code, a copy of it. Bitch, you better wait till my son be all right before I let you.
What was she wearing?
It didn't say. They didn't specify. She was wearing they did specify a satin cap on her head. Something on her head.
Yeah, that to me is a little much. You know, and I think about the times that I'm called to the school, you know, I forgot my lunch, you know, you got to come pick up your sick kid. So now I got to go home and change. Or I got to, if I am home, I got to change before I can go into the school.
That's bull.
That's crazy to me.
Yep.
You know?
So I like I said, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. I don't think parents should come in there like that. I
think if you're having a meeting, a scheduled meeting, you know, you should come into the office as a professional. You're having a professional meeting. You should show up as a professional. However, we have to also remember that depending on who these people, you know, who this demographic is, they may not know any better. They don't know how to be professional. So why don't you have some parent, you know, classes that you offer them on how to, you know, dress appropriately for professional events.
That's the way I think. That's the route she should have taken before she put that. What did you do? What did you do what steps have you taken to try to get these parents that dress code? If they do allow you to do it, it should have been a last alternative. What steps have you taken? Is there classes where the parents can come in and you could talk to them as one woman to another, or one man to one woman to a man, or whatever it may be, and just tell them, hey, look. You set an example for your kids. Let's see, you know, if you can just come in and be a little bit more appropriately dressed, that might have worked, you know, or whatever, you know, just talking to them. But just to do that dress code because you tired of it.
And some of the dress code, I'm sure whatever dress code she gave them is probably the same dress code that the kids have.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could say that, right? The kids have to come into the building dressed a certain way. So you can't come in the building dressed out of dress code either.
Right.
You know, one could argue that point. But again, it's like
you're telling grown people what to wear. Now, I'm really on the fence. I just
that's a tough one.
The sagging pants.
First of all, let's say what we're definitely sure about. Don't tell me I can't have nothing on top of my head.
Right. I agree with that.
As a black woman, she should understand that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, you know, if you want to put the little rod over, make sure I ain't got no weapons up there, whatever you got to do. But if you call me last minute to come to that office and I got a something satin on my head or bonnet on my head or rollers in my hair, whatever I got going on, I'm not pulling that mess out to come get my kid or to bring him something. I'm not doing that.
This could be dangerous.
You talking about black women hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This could be dangerous in terms of the legal issues of this. I'm telling you, if you
it could be dangerous because you messing with black women's hair.
Man, I'm seriously, man, like serious. This is like I can see a lawsuit coming from this. this parent in this school district can walk in here with this on, but I can't walk in my school with it.
Right.
And God forbid if a kid
And
needs, listen to this, hold
I
up.
don't mean no offense. You know them white girls be wearing leggings all day, every day. They walking up in them schools with them leggings on all day, every day. So they can walk up in their school with leggings, but I can't walk up in my school with leggings.
And what are they going to do if some kid needs a breathing treatment? Because, you know, some of the schools don't allow you to have the kids have like an EpiPen, and you got to bring one. And are they going to let you in? And you come up there with out of the dress code, are they going to let you in? I'm thinking that they would, but
They'll let you in. I mean, they're not trying to have no kid die on their watch.
yeah.
But they're going to make sure you know you need to be prepped when you come up in here next time. Don't come up in here looking a hot mess.
And
And how you tell a grown-ass man to pull up his pants?
yeah.
Like, I be wanting to tell grown-ass men and boys to pull up their pants all the time, but I'm not going to do that. You don't tell no grown dude to pull up their pants.
Do you find it offensive, women dressing like that in your presence and men dressing like that in your presence?
I'm going to tell you why I don't find it offensive. I don't. And the reason I don't find it offensive is because to each his own. That's number one. Number two, like I said, a lot of people don't know any better. I remember one time I went to this funeral and one of the family members showed up in a very tight, short dress. And everybody in the pew I was sitting in was talking about how could she show up to this funeral in that tight, short dress. And I had to stop them for a moment and say, she don't have the kind of funds you got. That's the only dress she got. So yeah, it might be a club dress, because that's where she usually wearing her dresses. But if she can't afford to buy a bunch of dresses, you could either have her come up in here in jeans, but she wanted to be respectful, so she put on a dress, but that's the only one she got. And you know she ain't got no money, and you know she ain't got a wardrobe that's fitting for a funeral. So what you should have did is taken her shopping instead of sitting here talking about her. You know what I'm saying? Because she tried, she did her best. And I think sometimes we forget that. Like, we get so caught up in our own little bubble and the way we live in that we forget not everybody got the same lifestyle and the same availability to funds and resources like we do. So no, I'm not judging nobody. Now, some people are just straight up trifling. You know, if you're walking into the place in your pajamas because, you know, you were rushing in and you were already in your pajamas and it was faster for you to go in your pajamas, I get that. Now, them slippers, you probably could have threw on a pair of shoes on your way out the door. But, you know, tight clothes, I mean, that's the way you dress. That's the way you dress. Dudes with their pants sagging, that's their culture. I don't agree with it. I done told my kids don't bring home no boy with no sagging pants. But that's their culture. Who am I to judge you?
Right. Yeah. And I've seen, working at a school, I've seen women come up in there with very distracting attire. Like, are you a hooker or are you a parent? Like, honestly, I'm not joking.
I will say this. I'm not a very conservative dresser. I think I'm classy with my unconservativeness, but I'm not conservative. But when I do go to places like the kids' school, I always think that I am a representation of them. And I don't want the guidance counselor or whoever I came in there to teach or whoever I came in there to see to be talking about me or looking at them sideways because I done came up in there looking like a hoochie mama.
Yeah.
So I do think about those things when I go to the school. Now, have I been up in there in some leggings looking a hot mess before? Absolutely. Because if my kid called me and tell me they left their lunchbox, I'm not putting on no clothes and no bra and none of that crap to go up in the school for 2 minutes to sign a lunchbox in. You gonna get me as is.
Well, they need to come up with something.
No Spanx, no bra, no nothing.
They need to come up with something, man, because this is not good. This ain't cool, man. This ain't cool. Carlotta.
Who the hell is Carlotta?
That's the principal, Carlotta Brown.
But you was talking about Carlotta on Star. I'm like, what Carlotta got to do with this?
Carlotta Outley Brown or something like that, but it's Carlotta Brown. I don't know the middle name, but we need to do something about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it probably would have been better to just say, hey, just as a reminder.
Right.
You're setting the tone. You're the example for your children, Think about that when you're coming into public places where they're learning and they're,
And I think the parents would have got a good response from the parents. Not all of
I
them. Probably not all of them.
Listen, if we honest on this podcast, some of them would have cussed that woman out.
Yes, I agree, but I think a lot of them would have responded for the better.
Would think twice when they walk out the door. Yeah, but they still would have came over there in some revealing clothes because they don't know no better.
Right.
That's what they wear.
Yep. Now, I said, what was it? 58% was Hispanic. I think, 58% was Hispanic. So I'm not saying this, but I've been told that there are quite a few Hispanics who dress sexy. And I don't know if they're trying to be sexy. They just dress sexy. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Carry on.
So I honestly, don't give me that look. Seriously. But that was like a cultural awareness type of training or whatever.
I'm giving him, y'all, the mother effer. Don't try it. Look,
whatever.
Watch your words. Speak carefully and slowly.
Whatever. This was in the training.
Because I don't want to have to cut nobody.
You know what? Forget the point because you messed it up. you messed it up.
I just needed to make sure they understood the look. You know, you keep referring to my look. I need to make sure they understood what the look was.
Nope.
So basically, y'all, Hispanics dress a little sexy. So they saying the black folk dress ghetto. And the Hispanics dress sexy.
That's not what they're saying.
And it's interrupting the learning environment. And it's not a good reflection of a parent to a kid. And they need y'all to dress more professionally, less sexy, and less hood-like.
Anyway, so
even though the school in the middle of the damn hood.
So
but carry on.
Whatever.
I summed it up for you.
So we summed it up. I want your opinion. Let me know your opinion. Just go to the show notes, go to the website, and go to the show notes and leave a comment because I really want to know. So, Queen V, do we do final thoughts of this? Yeah, we do final thoughts. It's been so long.
That's my final thought. I just summed it up for you. I mean, I don't have no extra to add to it. I'm just going to be repeating myself.
All right. So now that
But if you want me to,
No, you good. That's good.
Whatever you want, baby.
I'm done. All right. So we will now have our Student of the Week. Now, y'all know what it is. Student of the Week is that stupid person that does stupid things all the stupid time. So I know the whole summary about this Student of the Week, and I just want you to get every detail. So I'm going to read some of the information that I wrote down. And it's an up-to-date Student of the Week. This happened about last week.
We're not going back to 2004?
Whatever. So this Student of the Week it's two of them. Charles Eugene Ferris and Christopher Hicks. Mr. Ferris is 50 years old. Mr. Hicks is 36 years of age. These two, they got drunk and they decided they want to test their bulletproof vests. So because they were drunk, one of them put the vest on. Mr. Ferris, the 50-year-old, put the vest on, told the other guy, Chris, to shoot him in the vest because they wanted to test it and see how it worked. It didn't kill him, just left a mark on his chest where the bullet impacted. He got upset because it left a mark on his chest. So he had, the other guy that shot him put on his vest. And because he was so upset, he let off one clip into the vest and took the guy. They didn't kill him, took him out a little harder though. And they both had to get treated at the hospital. Now, that right there is a Student of the Week. But it gets worse. When they went to the hospital, and it was assault rifle bullets, okay, 5.56 millimeter, something like that. They told investigators they were shot after being hired for a selected secret mission. That's what they told the police officers, okay? Ain't that crazy? Mr. Ferris' wife showed up at the hospital and put it all into perspective. She told them what happened. She told them that they were drinking and they shot each other trying to test a bulletproof vest. All right. So because of that, both men got arrested for a felony aggravated assault, and they could face up to 6 years in prison and a
Why?
$10,000 fine.
But why?
Because
Why?
let me finish. Because of all of this, Chris Hicks and Charles Eugene Ferris, you are Stu-Knives of the week, you dumb fools.
But can I ask you a question? This
That
is
was a good one, man.
where the law gets crazy. How you charging them with a felony and they shot each other? Who are they harming?
Two
But
things.
each other.
Okay, you got to look at the whole aspect of this thing, okay? Now look, for one,
Now you about to face 6 years for being an idiot.
the aggravated assault, assault, I could see the aggravated assault from the Charles, the older guy who got mad and started letting off the clips. That's aggravated assault. Because
I get that.
now the
I
younger
do get that.
the younger guy shooting and testing it, I don't know why that's aggravated assault. Maybe it's not that charge. Well, they both were charged with
Yeah,
aggravated
they
assault.
both is charged.
So that's what it is.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, well, that's the law.
That's a waste of taxpayers' money.
That's the law.
That is a waste of taxpayers' money.
The law. And if you don't like it, too bad. I got my rights to my guns.
Did that make you feel warm
It made
and
me
fuzzy?
feel all gooey inside. So that's the student out of the week. Y'all some dummies. That was a good student out of the week, wasn't it? They are student out of the week.
It was a wonderful student out of the
Anyway.
week. You did awesome.
Anyway,
You are so not studentious right now.
whatever. Anyway, so we have
Thumbs up.
student out of the week.
Hashtag you rock.
Jerk off.
Hashtag
She's an idiot.
you're a good finder of students in
Idiot.
America.
She's an idiot.
Hashtag it happened in 2019. Hashtag about damn time you find something in 2019.
Whatever. Anyway. All right, Queen V. We got to give you words of wisdom, Queen V. Give me your words of wisdom.
So I have a quote that I'm going to share. I don't, unfortunately, know who the author is. So just putting that out there. It's called Judging Others. I don't even know if it's a quote. I think it's more of like a poem.
All right, go ahead. Shoot.
Sadly, we are always critiqued by the people that we know, by title or occupation, and by the possessions that we show. We judge by skin color or by awards received, by church denomination, and by what we believe. We're judged by what we spend or by what we give. We're judged by age and gender and by where we live. We're judged by our past and by our education, by the language that we speak or by our nation. We evaluate cosmetically. We judge both fat and small. We judge by one's appearance. Fact is, we judge it all. Some judge because they're paid to. Some judge intentionally. Some judge to build self-worth. Some judge unwillingly. Beware, for there is only one who evaluates every stain and smudge. Good luck, amateur, critics of humanity, when you face that judge.
Wow, that was deep, Queen V. Very good one. Very good one.
Thank you, sir.
So there you have it. That's Queen V's words of wisdom. We're going to end this episode by saying a couple of things. Just don't judge others. And, we appreciate you listening. And we thank you for tuning in. If you missed any of the episodes, you can go to www.weinthelounge.com where you get all the episodes. You can download them. We're on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and all the other social media outlets. Okay, so that's going to be it for In the Lounge with Dre and V. We're out of here. Peace.